So just beginning in a seat this morning, and if you are pretty tight around the hips, then you want to use a block to prop up your seat, then use your blocks underneath you or a pillow or whatever you have. And then just kind of wiggle yourself into your seat, however you get there. And then just allow the hands to rest over the legs for a moment. And take a tall seat here. Gently pull into your center, beginning to give yourself that hug from the inside out. Closing down the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And as you close down the eyes, just gently swaying the shoulders from side to side. Just a little gentle movement. And then maybe you add in a circle. One direction to the next. And then bringing your movement into stillness here in the center. Resting the hands over the fronts of the legs. Take a deep inhale as you begin to bring the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. And as you exhale, round it out through the spine, curling the chin into the chest. Inhale through your seated cat-cow, draw the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, round and out through the spine, curling the chin into the chest. Inhale and the heart forward. Noticing any areas along the spine, along your back here that are feeling tense or tight. And even find a little bit of a wiggle into those spaces as you move. On your next exhale, round through the spine, curl the chin into the chest. Draw the head, shoulders, and heart all the way back through center. Take a breath. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Take the right hand just kind of to the mat behind the right hip. And then think here about rolling the right shoulder back as you inhale. And as you exhale, just allow the right shoulder to dip forward. Slowly roll the right shoulder back. And then allow the right shoulder to dip forward. And then roll the right shoulder back, opening up through the chest. Allowing the right shoulder to dip forward. And then roll the right shoulder back. Elevate through your seat. Take a breath here. And bring it all the way back through center. Hands over the knees. Inhale and back through seated cat-cow. Bring the heart forward. And exhale round and through the spine. Get wiggling into any spaces along the back that needs some extra movement, extra attention. Inhale into your cat. Heart forward. Exhale. Bringing the head, shoulders, and heart all the way back through center. Twist over to the left. Left hand sits just behind the left hip. Rolling the left shoulder back as you inhale. And as you exhale, just allowing the left shoulder to dip forward. And then roll the left shoulder back. Left shoulder dips forward. Left shoulder rolls back. Left shoulder dips forward. And then rolling the left shoulder back. Bringing all the way back through center. And from here, leaning forward, take the arms a little bit wider than the knees. Flat hands or on fingertips. And just twist over towards the center of them. And then twist the left towards the center. And twist the right shoulder towards center. And twist the left shoulder towards the center. Both shoulders back into center. Walk the hands forward. And then begin to see if you can thread the right arm all the way through the left. Maybe you can turn the gaze over to the left. Right hand center. And thread the left arm through the right. Again, maybe you look over to the right. Bring the left hand center. And thread the right arm through the left. Bring the right hand center. And thread the left arm through the right. Bring both hands all the way back through center. And slowly walk the hands towards the legs. Come back into a tall seat. And then lean the right elbow down over the right leg. And reach and stretch the left arm overhead. Coming into a side stretch. Shoulders back through center. Bring the left elbow over the left leg and reach the right arm overhead. Find a side stretch. Come all the way back through center. Take the right elbow down over the right leg. Reach and stretch the left arm overhead. Come back through center. Left arm down. And reach and stretch the right arm overhead. Bringing it all the way back through center. And from here, just beginning to place the right foot near the left so that your right knee is bent up towards the ceiling and your left knee is bent closer to the floor. And beginning to take your left hand just outside of your left hip. Lean to the left and press your right knee away from you. So that as you push the right knee away, your right shoulder can dip in towards the center of the mat. Pressing the right leg away. And then beginning to sit towards center. Wrap the left arm around the right leg and come into a twist. And then take the left hand over to the left. Press the right knee away, allowing your right shoulder to dip into the center of the mat. Bring your seat central and take a twist to the right. Left arm around the right leg. Bring the shoulders towards center and slide the right leg out in front of you, folding forward over the right leg. Take in a breath. Exhale into a deeper forward fold. And then taking the left hand out left. Right hand reaches overhead as you lift through stargazer. And then you might begin to find your left shoulder with your right hand. Push the right foot into the floor, send the hips forward. Take a breath. And then slowly come all the way back through center. Bend into the right knee. Take the right arm inside the right leg. Beginning to reach forward. And then wrap the right arm around the right knee. Take the left hand behind the back. See if you can find your bind. Lifting up the chest. Take a breath in. Long breath out. Release the bind. And then switch. Bring the right knee towards the floor. And the left knee points upwards towards the ceiling. Take the right hand just outside the right hip. And beginning to press the left knee away from you. Allow the left shoulders to dip in towards the center of the mat. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, begin to twist over towards the left. Taking the right arm around the left leg as you twist. Take the right hand right. Pressing the left hand into the left knee. Push your knee away from you. Just allowing your left shoulder to sink towards the center of the mat. Bring your seat to center and twist, wrapping the right arm around the left leg. Bring your twist to center And slide the left leg out in front of you. Take a breath. And exhale into a forward fold over the left leg. If your back pulls any here in your forward fold, maybe you just bend your left knee in a little closer to the chest. Take a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. From your forward fold, come back to center, right hand outside of right hip. Inhale, stargazer, left arm sweeps in. And you might even here be able to take your left hand to the right shoulder, lean them back into the left arm. Take a breath, feel the space running up and down the length of the body. And then land on all the way down onto your seat. Bend through the left knee. Left arm just inside left leg. Begin to lean forward. And then see if you can wrap the left arm around the left knee. And then take the right hand behind the back. See if you can find a bind. Lift it up through your seat. Take a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. Releasing the bind. Recross through the legs. And then as you inhale, opening up the arms wide. As you exhale, hug the arms over the chest. Round them through the spine. Inhale, opening up the arms wide. Exhale, take your hug in the opposite direction. Inhale, open up the arms wide. And then exhale, place the hands behind you so that your fingertips point away from your body. And then lean them back into the palms of the hands if you can. Roll the shoulders back and begin to lift up the heart. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, shoulders them back, allow and lift your bottom off the floor, pressing the hips forward. Take a breath. And then slowly land all the way down onto your bottom, bringing the hands forward. Flip the feet out from beneath you. And then come and rest all the way down into the heels of the feet, so you're kneeling here. And as you inhale, lift and reach the arms all the way up overhead. You're in your tall kneeling place. Exhale, take a wide arm twist out to the right. Lift all the way back to center. And take a wide arm twist to the left. Lift all the way up to center. Take a wide arm twist to the right. Optional here to bring your right hip or towards your right heel as you find a back bend. Reaching the left arm overhead. Squeeze the hip bones forward. Inhale, right hand through center. Exhale, wide arm twist left. Optional, stay with your twist or find your back bend. Left hand behind left hip or maybe to left heel. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Squeezing the glutes to bring the hips forward. Inhale, left hand meets right. Exhale, wide arm twist right. Optional, stay with the twist or find your back bend. Hand to the hip or hand to the heel, or maybe it's even a block. Inhale, center. Exhale, wide arm twist left. Option, stay with your twist or find your back bend. Inhale, both arms reach all the way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, come all the way down into the seat. Hands to the floor, tabletop. And just begin to find a little bit of movement here in tabletop. Wiggle through the shoulders, through the hips. And as you inhale, beginning to dip the belly, lift the head, lift the hips, moving through your cat-cow. Exhale, round it through the spine, curling the chin all the way into the chest. Again, feeling along the length of your spine, noticing if there's any areas that need a little bit extra movement and attention. And just sway your body through your cat-cow and whatever movements feel good for you. One more round, moving through your cow, moving through your cat. And then bringing the head, hips, and shoulders through center. Begin to extend the right leg all the way up behind you. And then tap the right knee in towards the right arm. Extend the right leg back and cross and tap the right toes over to the left. And then tap the right knee into the right arm. Sending the right leg back, cross and tap the right toes over to the left. Bring the right knee to the right arm. Cross and tap the right toes all the way over to the left. And then take a twist along the left side of the body. Look towards your right toes. Take a breath here. And then land the right knee down onto the floor so the knees are crossed. And sit back into your cross-kneed child's pose. Resting your bottom all the way back towards the feet. Allowing your belly to rest over your legs. Feeling into the stretch over the outer hips. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then slowly rising back up through tabletop. Knees side by side. Beginning to extend the left leg all the way up behind you. Taking an inhale as the left knee taps the left arm. Exhale, shoot the left leg back and tap the left toes over to the right. And then tap the left knee to left arm. And then cross the left toes out behind you. Tap the left knee, left arm. Cross the left toes over to the right. Hold it here, toes on the floor. And then take a look down the right side of the body. Feeling into the side stretch here along the left. Take a breath. Exhale, land on the left knee on the floor. Open the feet a little wider if you can, and then sit into your cross-kneed child's pose. Bringing your belly forward over your thighs. Feel the stretch around the hips. Take a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. And coming all the way back up through the top. Uncross the legs. As you uncross the legs, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And just slowly easing into your downward facing dog. Find some movement. Move through the legs, through the hips, through the shoulders. Take the feet as wide as you want them to be here. Spreading the hands nice and wide. Take a full deep breath in, lift the arm, the hips. Exhale, squeezing the breath out the lung and to sink and soften the heels of the feet towards the floor. And as you take your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, cross the right knee behind the left and take a little bend knee. And then reach and stretch the right leg all the way up to the ceiling, one-legged dog. And then bend and cross the right knee behind the left. And reach and stretch the right leg all the way up behind you, one-legged dog. And then crossing the right knee behind the left. Place the right toes on the floor. And then twist both feet towards the right, your hips towards the left. So we're in this little twisted tabletop. Keep both hands firmly connected to the floor here and just feel the outside of the right waist, of the right ribs. And then bring both feet all the way back round through center in your downward facing dog. Wiggle through the hips here. And as you take your inhale, begin to lift the left leg high, one-legged dog. Exhale, bend and cross the left knee behind the right. Bend the right knee. And then reach and stretch the left leg all the way up to the ceiling. And then bend and cross the left knee behind the right. And then squeeze and reach the left leg towards the ceiling. And then bend and cross the left leg. And then the left foot on the floor. And as you do so, twist through the feet so both toes about twisted plank pose almost. Feeling the left side of the body. And then step all the way around into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. And as you inhale, lift the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Land the left knee on the floor. Take an inhale, lift both arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, land on the hands down onto the floor. Step all the way into your one-legged dog. Right leg reaches in the air. From here, cross the right knee behind the left. Place the right. Begin to twist the feet over towards the right. And then this time, see if you can rainbow arch the right arm alongside your right ear. Coming into your side plank. Left hand on the floor. Take a breath here. Exhale to downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up high, pedal out through the legs. Inhale, left leg lift high. Exhale to step the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, land on the hands on the floor. Step all the way back into one-legged dog, left leg lifts. And then cross the left leg behind the right. Twist the feet and hips. And then see if we can rainbow arch the left arm over the left ear. Side plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Paddling it out. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, bring the gaze forward. And then exhale, walking or jumping the feet up to the hands. Lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rising all the way up to the top in high mountain. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart, Tadasana. Allowing the hands to rest down along by the thighs, turning the palms forward, roll the shoulders back, feeling the openness through the chest. Spread the toes wide as you connect to the floor beneath you. And as you inhale, opening the arms wide, reach all the way overhead, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant the hands, step it back, plank. High plank or low plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down through chaturanga. Land on the belly on the floor. With the hands either under the shoulders or maybe the elbows on the floor. Take an inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, tap back down to the floor. Inhale, find in your back bend. Exhale to tap to the floor. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Hands along by the ribs, tuck the elbows in towards each other. Press all the way up through tabletop. To downward facing dog. Pedal it out through the legs and downward facing dog. And as you take your next inhale, lift the right leg high. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Land the left knee on the floor. Inhale, lift and reach both arms all the way up overhead in your low lunge. Interlace the hands, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, see if you can draw the arms behind the head. Hold it here, take in a breath. Exhale, release the hands, lean forward, right toes point to the sky, arms will reach out behind you. You're in this balance and stand and split. Inhale, arms lift to the ceiling, interlace the hands, press the palms up high. Exhale to draw the arms out behind you, stretching through the shoulders, take a breath in. Exhale to those half splits, hands sweep behind you, chest is forward. And then from here, keeping the right leg as it is, take the left hand to the floor, reach and twist the right arm up to the ceiling. So you're in a high lunge twist, not a high lunge twist, a split twist. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend the right knee, take the right hand in or outside of the right leg, your choice, and reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Modified extended side angle. Take a breath. And exhale, land on the left hand down onto the floor. Step into a one-legged dog, right leg reaches all the way up to the ceiling. Take in a breath. Exhale, crossing the right foot behind the left. Find your side plank. Right arm reaches all the way up overhead. Take in a breath here. And as you exhale, bring the right hand on the floor. Step into your fallen triangle as you cross the right foot over to the left and reach the left arm up to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale to plank, to lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog or back bend. Exhale and downward facing dog. Wiggling it out through the legs and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale and step in the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift and both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Walk on the left foot as far forward as you need it to be, so you have the foot on the floor, heel slightly forward of the knee. Interlace the hands, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, see if you can reach the arms behind the head. Take a breath. Exhale to half splits. Sweeping the hands behind you, left toes point towards the ceiling. Leaning the chest forward over the left leg. Finding some balance here. Inhale, lift and sweep the arms up overhead. Interlace the hands, palms turn up. And then see if you can work the arms behind the head. Take a breath. Exhale into your half splits. Chest forward, hands sweep out behind you, left toes lift. And keeping the left leg here in half split, take the right hand to the floor and lift and twist the left arm up to the ceiling. Take in a breath. Exhale, bend the left knee. Left hand to the inside or outside of the left leg as you reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, bring them both hands down onto the floor. Step all the way back, one-legged dog, left leg lifts in the air. Take a full inhale here. Exhale, cross the left foot over to the right, side plank. Left arm runs along left ear. Finding that rainbow arch in the sides of the body. Take a breath. Exhale, left hand to the floor, step to fallen triangle as you cross your left foot to the right and reach the right arm overhead. Take a breath. Beautiful. Exhale, full plank. Knees lifted or lowered. Take a breath in. Exhale, moving through your vinyasa, your chaturangas, into your up dog, and press back to the child's pose here. And as you press into child's pose, just allow the elbows to bend and rest the hands behind the head, behind the shoulders. You might even give those wrists a little bit of a rinse out. From a lot of plank poses, your wrists can get a little tired. So just allowing them a moment here to rest. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. And pressing all the way into tabletop, to downward facing dog. Find some movement in the legs. And as you take your inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step on the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee on the floor. Inhale, lift both arms all the way overhead. Interlace the hands, press the palms high. Full breath in. Exhale, reach the arms out behind you. Take a breath. Exhale, half split, sweep the hands behind you, right toes lift. Inhale, sweep the arms to the ceiling, interlace the hands, press the palms high. Exhale, reach the arms out back. Folding into forward fold, into your half split, so forward fold. Right point towards the ceiling. Left hand on the floor, lift and twist the right arm high. Take in a breath. Exhale, bend in the right knee, right hand inside or outside of the right foot. Reach the left arm to the ceiling, showing your modified side angle. Take in a breath. As you exhale, we're going to reverse by wrapping the left arm around the back to the right hip and reaching the right arm all the way up and overhead. Take a breath here. Exhale, bringing the right hand to the inside of the right leg. And then wrap the right arm underneath the right leg and see if you can catch your hands in a bind. Leaning the head and shoulders back. Take a breath. Exhale, land both hands on the floor. Step all the way into your one-legged dog. Right leg sweeps to the ceiling. Take in a breath. As you exhale, step the right foot behind the left. Optional, find your side plank or turn onto the soles of the feet. Lift the hip bones towards the ceiling for wild thing. Take a breath. Exhale, fallen triangle. Right hand on the floor and step the right foot through to the left. Reaching the left arm to the ceiling. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, sit all the way down onto your bottom so your feet are wide. And then lean forward, catch a hold of the feet. So you're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Take in a breath. As you exhale, bring the shoulders through center. You're going to begin to bring your left foot and cross it over the right at the top of the mat. Bring both hands onto the floor. Take a breath in. And then exhale, step into Vinyasa squat. Beautiful. Amazing. Lifting up the heart in Vinyasa. Take a breath. Exhale into this wider footed forward fold, lifting the hips. And then take a twist over to the right. And then take a twist over to the left. Come all the way back through center, Vinyasa squat. From Vinyasa squat, Begin to sink your bottom down onto the floor. Bringing the feet together, take a hold of your feet, your ankles, and begin to lift the feet off the floor. Take the legs out wide into a straddle balance. Lift them. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And beginning to bring the feet all the way back in towards each other. Stretch the legs out long. Reach the hands forward. Come into a tall seat. Take a breath in. Exhale, round through the spine. Press and lead with your backbone as you slowly lower down onto the floor. As you lower down onto the floor, optional shoulder stand, lifting the hips into the hands. Send on those hips up towards the ceiling. And then you might be able to bring the feet overhead into plow. And if shoulder stand just isn't quite right for you this morning, just lift the feet up in towards the ceiling. Or you might even have a block that you just want to rest underneath the hips. So taking any version of the shoulder stand that works for you. Supported with blocks. Just simply lifting the feet up towards the ceiling. And if you're in your full shoulder stand with your toes coming overhead towards plow, wiggle the elbows a little closer together, and then see if you can lift the right toes all the way up towards the ceiling. Bring the right foot to meet the left, and lift the left toes up towards the ceiling. Bring the left foot to meet the right, and slowly begin to come all the way down onto your back. Bend the knees, hug the thighs into the chest. And taking a hold of the backs of the legs, take a few rocks until you come all the way up to the top of the mat. And as you come up to the top of the mat, take your right foot, place it by the left. So your right knee points to the ceiling, your left knee points out to the side. And beginning to lean forward. This time, take your right arm underneath your right thigh. Wrap the right arm around your back towards your right hip. And then see if you can catch a hold of the left hand behind your back. And then as you inhale, lift your right foot off the floor. And exhale, and you might be able to lift and point those right toes towards the ceiling. Coming into seated bird of paradise. Take a breath. Exhale, bring the right foot on the floor. Release the arms. Cross the ankles. Come forward through tabletop. From tabletop to downward facing dog. Find movement in downward facing dog. Taking the inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, land the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, interlacing the hands, press the palms high, and then reach the arms out behind you. Inhale, half split, hands sweep out behind you. Inhale, hands lift into the ceiling, interlace the fingers, press the palms high, and reach the arms all the way out behind you. Full breath in. Exhale, half splits, left toes lift. Half split twist, right hand on the floor, left onto the sky. Take a breath. Exhale into your modified extended side angle, left hand in or outside the left leg, right onto the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, reverse, right hand behind the back. Left arm reaches overhead. From here, left inside left leg. Right side, catch the hands in a back. Take a breath. Exhale, bring both hands down onto the floor. Send the left leg all the way up into the ceiling, one-legged dog. And then stepping the left up behind the right. Optional, come into your side plank or turn onto the soles of the feet. Lift the hips towards the ceiling into wild thing. Take in a breath. Exhale, fallen triangle. Left hand on the floor, sweep the left foot over to the right. Right arm reaches to the ceiling. Take a breath. And then exhale, sit all the way down onto your bottom into a wide-legged seat. Slide the hands forward towards the ankles to the toes. Come into your forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From forward fold, slide the hands back up towards the thighs. And then you're going to cross your right or left thigh. Bringing the hands onto the floor. From here, step into Malasana. Sit in your bottom nice and low in Malasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to a forward fold. Lift in the hip. Reaching the hands forward in your forward fold. And as you reach the fingertips forward, press the bottom back. Take in a breath. Exhale, Malasana squat. From Malasana squat, sit your bottom on the floor. As you sit your bottom on the floor, catch a hold of the toes. Come into your straddle seat. Taking the feet out wide. Lift them through the chest. Balance in here on your sit bones, on your tailbone. Take in a breath. As you exhale, bring the heels of the feet back in towards each other. Slide the legs out long. Reach the hands forward. You're in your tall seat. Take a breath. Exhale, slowly beginning to round the spine as you lower all the way down onto the floor. This time as you lower onto the floor, bend the knees. Bring the heels close to your bottom so you can almost tickle the heels with your fingertips. Lift the chest to flatten out the shoulders on the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift into your bridge. Squeezing the hip bones up towards the ceiling. Walk the arms underneath your back and then see if you can clasp the hands. Push the pinky fingers into the floor. Take a breath in here as you lift and squeeze those hip bones all the way up towards the ceiling. And slowly begin to land your bottom all the way down onto the floor. Bring the knees into the chest. Massage the spine here. And then holding onto the backs of the thighs, rock all the way up into it. And as you rock up into a seat, bring the left foot close to the right, left knee looks up to the ceiling, right knee points to the floor. And beginning to take your left arm inside your left leg, and then thread the left arm underneath the left thigh. Wrap the right hand behind you, see if you can find your bind. Moving into our seated bird of paradise. If you have the bind, begin to lift those left toes off the floor. And then you might from here begin to lift those left toes up towards the ceiling. Seated bird of paradise. Take in a breath. Exhale, land the left foot on the floor. Release the bind. Cross the ankles tabletop. From tabletop to downward facing dog. Pedaling it out through the legs and downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Rise all the way up high, crescent lunge. Interlace the hands, push the palms up high, take a breath. Exhale, reach those arms all the way up behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale and hands to the floor. Stand and split here as you straighten through the right leg. Point and lift the right toes all the way up towards the ceiling. Take in a breath. Exhale in the sole of the right foot to the floor, left heel to the floor, extended side angle. Right hand either on the inside or outside of your right foot. Take in a breath. Exhale, reverse, wrapping the left hand around the back towards the right hip. Take a breath here. Exhale into your extended side angle back. Catch the hands if you can. Take a breath. Exhale and place both hands onto the floor. Step all the way into wild thing, crossing the right foot over the left. Reaching the hips towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. Exhale, fall in triangle. Right hand to the floor. Right foot crosses left. Drum high, full breath in. Exhale, land onto your bottom. Take a hold of the feet, wide-legged straddle forward fold. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the hands all the way back to center. Cross your left foot over your right thigh. Hold it here, optional to find your baby grasshoppers by taking a hold of your right foot in your left hand and then lifting your bottom off the floor. Beautiful. Take a breath. Exhale, Malasana squat. Bring both feet to the front of the mat. Finding your Malasana squat. Take a breath in here. Exhale into your forward fold. And with the feet apart, take a breath in. And as you exhale, the right knee, and then thread the right arm underneath your right leg. Wrap the left hand behind your back. So you're binding your hands around your right hip. You can stay here as you are or begin to rise all the way up in towards your bird of paradise. Finding the balance to lift those right toes. And Eva, as you lift all the way up, you can extend the right toes to the ceiling. Take the right toes all the way up to the ceiling. Amazing, everyone. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the right foot all the way back down onto the floor. Underneath the leg. And then take your left fingertips to the floor. And then from here, you're going to see if you can catch a hold of your left foot in your right hand. And then lift and point the left knee up towards the ceiling for super soldier. Take in a breath. Exhale, release. Left foot, right hand to the floor. Rise all the way up to standing high mountain. Exhale, fold and forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank the hands, step all the way back through plank. From plank, take it through your vinyasa, your chaturanga, up dog, downward face. Pedal up through the legs and downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step in the left foot between the hands, rise all the way up high, crescent lunge. Interlace the hands, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Reach the arms all the way back out behind the head, take a breath. Exhale and hands to the floor. Beginning to straighten through the left leg, point the left toes towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot to the floor, right heel to the floor. Finding your extended side angle, left hand inside or outside the left leg, your choice. Take in a breath. Exhale, reverse the right arm around the back towards the left hip. Take a breath here. Extended side angle with a bend. Taking the left hand underneath the left leg. Leaning the head and shoulders back. Take a breath. Exhale, release both hands onto the floor. And then crossing the left foot behind the right. Find your wild thing. Soles of the feet to the floor, hips towards the sky. Take a breath. Triangle, left foot sweeps over to the right, right arm to the sky. And then land on your bottom down onto the floor. Catch a hold of the feet into your wide-legged straddle, forward fold. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the shoulders back to center. And then crossing the right foot over the left thigh. Roll into your left hip. Optional, stay here, or see if you can catch a hold of your left foot in your right hand and find your grasshopper, your baby grasshoppers, lifting your bottom off the floor. Take in a breath. Exhale to Malasana squat. Really nice. Take a breath in Malasana. Exhale, forward fold. And as you forward fold, bend through the left knee. And then see if you can wrap your left arm underneath your left leg. Bringing the hand to the outside of the hip. And then take the right hand behind the back. See if you can touch the hands. You can stay here just reaching towards the bind. Or possibly you're beginning to rise all the way up to stand. Moving in towards your standing bird of paradise. Lifting the left toes up off the floor. Maybe you stay halfway with the left knee bent. Or maybe you begin to extend the left leg and lift and point the left toes all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the left knee, fold and forward, land the left foot on the floor. From here, you're going to keep your left hand where it is. Take the right hand on the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, catch a hold of the right foot in the left hand. And then lift and point the right knee all the way up towards the ceiling. Coming in towards your super soldiers. Land the right foot down onto the floor. Inhale all the way up through high mountain. Exhale, fold and forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step all the way into plank. From plank, lower down, chaturanga. Finding your up dog to your child's pose. Sit all the way back into child's pose. Allowing the head to relax on the floor. Maybe if you're bending your elbows and landing the hands over the back of your head and neck. Take a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. Slowly sliding all the way up into a kneeling place. Bring the hands over the front of the thighs. Take an inhale, draw the heart forward, squeeze and roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round it out through the spine, curl the chin into the chest. Inhale, slide in the heart forward, the shoulders back. Exhale, round through the spine. Bringing it all the way into neutral. Sweep the feet from out underneath you. Coming back into your tall seat, reach the hands forward. Lengthening through the spine, take a breath. And then exhale, round the shoulders. Send your spine out behind you and then slowly, slowly guide your spine all the way down onto the floor. And once you land your back onto the floor, open up the arms wide. Take a breath. And as you exhale, relax the legs. And settle down into your Shavasana. Just a few moments here to allow your heart rate to come back to its normal rhythm. Allow your breathing to soften. To feel the movement in your body. Breathe in, breathe out. Each inhale, feel the fullness of your breath in your chest, your heart, your belly. Each exhale, allow yourself to soften. Slowly allowing the breath to slow. Beginning to notice the exhales a little longer than the inhales. As you gently relax. Beginning to deepen your breath here. Take a full breath in. Fill up the body from the soles of the feet to the top of the head. As you exhale, sigh out into your space around you. Take a full deep breath in from the soles of the feet all the way up to the top of the head. Exhale a long sigh out. Inhale to a full body stretch. Reaching the arms all the way up overhead. And as you exhale, draw the knees up into the chest. Take any movement here as you bring the knees into the chest. Walk around in circles up and down the length of the mat. And then slowly, when you're ready, come all the way up and find your seat. Come on into your tall seat. Leaning into the sit bones. Lift up through the spine. Top of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Gently pulling it into your center. And bringing the palms of the hands together. Taking the inhale, lift and reach your prayer up to the ceiling. Exhale, open the arms wide in a circle and bring the palms of the hands back together. Pray. Inhale, reaching the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, wide arms all the way back to pray. Inhale and reaching the palms of the hands to the ceiling. Exhale, opening the arms wide, come all the way back together. Pray. Bowing the forehead into the thumbs. Just taking a moment here, sealing in your practice today. Simply thanking yourself for showing up, for finding your strength, your power, your commitment to you. Thanking you all for your energy here today. Namaste.